Hello, Connor here for more streaming. We're actually on at 9 today, which is a blast. Well, we're actually meant to start at 8, but we've been starting at 9:30 instead, so we'll get better every time. But we're here, and today we're doing meditation, day 70 to 72. Part 2, because we didn't finish it off yesterday because we were chatting for so long, but we'll get it done today and should be good. It's a very good topic. I think we just got day 72 to go as well, which is summarizing the topic we have developed over the past week, or the concept which has been developed before. But for me it was a new personal development. Oops. Get rid of this so we're gonna lag the whole session. Get out of here. Yeah, so the last day was essentially life seeing life, as I think. New concept. And how you can see it from a place where no matter where life takes you, you are fulfilled in every moment. And how when you navigate from this place of fulfillment in every moment, well, 1, how to obtain it. 2, when you're navigating from this place of fulfillment, that you shouldn't let yourself go. Because I was actually watching a video last night. I only got 4 minutes in out of 20. I've got to finish it. But it was essentially based on people using non-duality as an excuse for nihilism and meaninglessness and not doing anything. So only going to finish that, but I mean you kind of figured that out prior. Not that we have much depth into non-dualism, but you can see how when you see the world from a different lens and a purpose of our fundamental aim in life just to experience it, stuff like that, then you can let go of the other ambitions you have. You can certainly see how that happens, but honestly you shouldn't let go of the other ambitions, because everything you pursue in life, that is that's the art, that's what's created out of it. And a life looking out for other lives to help everyone pursue stuff, or to help others, or I don't even know, just having another purpose other than just experiencing life. So experience life, top purpose, see life before you. But you may as well have other goals as well, because then you can experience life through these other goals which you pursue as well. The fundamental purpose of seeing life and pursuing life as above all else is so that you have a foundation of peace within everything you do. But it shouldn't stop you from doing anything else. So yeah, that's the essence of it. So if there's noise, by the way, this builder's gone ham next door. But we'll go into day 72 and we'll assess. And understanding the true nature around how to strive. Yeah. Let's go from here. Hello, Connor here for day 72 of meditation. And bear with us today, because today was quite the intense meditation, or the contemplative one, finding a constant fulfillment in life, and understanding the true nature around how to strive within our life. I don't know if that English was the best, but we so essentially there's purpose, ambitious. Don't know if that English was the best. But so essentially there's purpose, ambitious individual. individuals or any individuals, they can have purpose, and purpose can be in achieving goals. It can be derived from what someone does in their day-to-day life. So sometimes we explain stuff better on streams. Probably all the time, honestly. Explain stuff better on streams than when just recording on a camera. Or when not on the streams. Maybe because we can see what we're saying and we're reflecting on what we're saying. So we already have depth from the base view, and then we can expand upon that base view. In achieving goals, it can kind of follow along with it more instead of saying it. Can out of thought alone. Be derived from what someone does in their day-to-day life. It is like a goal for them to achieve. We're talking about purpose, which is essentially the topic which will be pursued in a video. In achieving goals, it can be derived from what someone does in their day-to-day life. It is like a goal for them to achieve. And purpose can be in achieving goals. It can be derived from what someone does in their day-to-day life. It is like a goal for them to I'm gonna sneeze 20 times now. I'm just gonna mute for a bit. Achieve in the world. And then they derive their identity, a large part of their identity, from this goal or their purpose which they pursue. I only sneezed once, how good. So essentially that was saying that we assign ourselves purposes, like a purpose in life. We used to think purpose was very important, which it is, but it doesn't have as much importance as the way you actually depict the world before you. So we used to see purpose, but purpose can be used to depict the world for you, which is strange. So we used to think of purpose, and you'll see we're making a video on it now. And the depiction of purpose is that you can find purpose, you can pursue purpose, purpose comes from what you place meaning on at any point. The goals you orientate yourself towards in life at any point in time, that is your purpose, and your purpose can always change. Some people have these high purposes, which they define as high purposes, or can be defined as like purposes which found them, which are like an innate pull towards something, and then it's like a grand mission in life that they wish to achieve. Though some people place too much emphasis on these grand missions to the point where they derive their identity solely from the purpose they pursue, which it's good and bad. Obviously ego is a fundamental thing in life, and very few people dissolve ego. So if this purpose is promoting a healthy ego, then yeah. But essentially this promotion, this depiction of self from purpose will mean that you're deriving your emotions, your feelings, and your thoughts in the world based off a purpose and the actions you pursue. And you regard your own worth, if you are worthy or if you're not worthy, or if you're a good or bad person, based off this purpose you pursue. So when we do this, it means if we have a good day, we can feel a bit better about ourselves. When we have a bad day, we can feel a bit worse about ourselves. it also means we're always striving to achieve something, which means if we're not meeting those goals, then it's going to feel worse. And if we are meeting those goals, the stress of placing these goals on us can also cause us to burn out a lot faster. So purpose is good, we call it lively purpose or material purpose, meaning the goal or the purpose we pursue in the world, the goal, the person, the business, the whatever it is, the family, the thing we wish to manifest, or the thing we wish to perform best in, the purpose we pursue. So saying that's good, but it can cause a roller coaster for oneself. So we're saying, instead of just having the lifelike purpose, place a purpose that's even beyond that. Meaning to the world beyond the purpose you have in it, or the purpose you place, the meaning you place on it. Because this purpose is derived by what you want to do, the meaning you formulate from things, and at the end of the day, this purpose, it is limited in its meaningfulness. If it means something to you, that is amazing. If it means something to the world, that is awesome. If it means, meaning's good. Yes, but like the whole picture and not the simplicity, like the whole picture depicts that everything will disappear with a twist on things. But essentially I can build something great now, or you can build something great now, and it's gonna be gone. It's gonna be gone before you know it. Maybe you create something grand and it lasts through the ages, but even then, does it? It only holds worldly meaning. As if it benefits the world, that's awesome. But nothing we do here on Earth, right now at least, recognizes, or none of our material purposes recognizes the abundance of the universe. Meaning we'll never be truly fulfilled in the pursuit of our material purposes, as there's always something beyond that which needs our recognition. And that is when we need to recognize the life before us for the actual fortune it is, and the actual the reality it is. And that's where we place our purpose beyond our material purpose, and we simplify it into our only true the main goal of an individual is to see and experience the life before them. The main goal for most individuals is to actually experience some form of happiness within their life and have that happiness stable, more constant than it is not. And people pursue these purposes for that reason, to make them feel better about themselves. But sometimes that's not the way. That's why rich people, we said it yesterday, sometimes rich people are sad, or a lot of the time, not all the time, they're just people like us as well. But people need, it's not the purpose or the money or anything in this world which will make you feel fulfilled 24/7. It is actually seeing the creation, seeing the world before you, the depiction, the views you have of it, and how you navigate it from awareness, that is what provides the fulfillment, not what you wish to obtain. So yeah, that's essentially what we're getting at. Though there's been a twist on this because in pursuing a high purpose or a high goal or an ambitious goal which satisfies the self, yes, it brings a large portion of fulfillment, but it's the wrong place to derive your fulfillment from. And the thing is, when we are not getting that fulfillment, we are getting the opposite of guilt and frustration, and we're not flowing. So it sounds like we're saying, yes, it brings a large portion of fulfillment, but it's the wrong place to derive your fulfillment from. Brings a large portion and the thing is, when we are not getting that, but it's not from the right place. There's a better place to derive fulfillment from. That fulfillment, we are getting the opposite of guilt and frustration, and we're not flowing with the purpose, we're more expecting and working towards it constantly, which isn't really the reason for life. So that's essentially saying, instead of flowing with the purpose, we're always striving for it, meaning our fulfillment is here, it's in the future. The camera is so weird, it's like over here, and yeah, we're always striving towards a future prospect rather than a current prospect, a current fulfillment. So what happens if we make our purpose to invoke this current moment, to pursue the best current moment we can on a consistent basis? Or not even that, that's too complicated. What if it's simply just experiencing the life in the moment that life is represented to you, which is now? As long as we can see it and experience it, that is all that is required of us. Anything else we do becomes a bonus. But the fundamental is that we pursue the life that we are currently in. And that current life is always now. That's also why we say, when you fix thought, fix thoughts, but when you can determine thought in the current moment to fulfill the current moment and to give you an enriched current moment in the present, then that is goodness in thought, or you're pursuing well-being in thought through right thought, because you are manipulating this moment to get the most out of it through perception alone. Doesn't need anything in the world, it's through perception alone, and it's insane. Life. And we are determining our sense of self-worth based off a purpose and achievement, which is also not how to live life. So instead we're looking for constant fulfillment. And to do this, we need to, yes, we may have a purpose in life, but a lot of people set their purpose as the highest regard in their life. I've got a purpose, this is what I need to achieve while I'm alive, and I'm going to work constantly towards that. But in anything in life, and we're going to talk about purpose, work constantly towards that. Dancing in the moonlight. Where'd our music go? There it is. It's being sneaky. It's hiding. Dogs. Work constantly towards that. But in anything in life, and God in their life, I've got a purpose. This is what I need to achieve while I'm alive, and I'm gonna work constantly towards that. But in anything in life, and we're gonna talk about purpose later. We're making a video. We've made a video, or making a video. And yeah, I want to change a lot to do with purpose, honestly, because it's very different. Purpose is here when it comes to, I guess, your life. It's not even that important, really. It's not. It's honestly, it's your purpose is not. It's important to the individual. It's honestly, it's important to the individual. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not overly important. And I know that's kind of a depreciation on people, their ambitions and their purposes, including my own. But to find a constant sense of fulfillment in your day-to-day life, no matter the circumstances, or a constant place of peace, it does not come from a purpose. It comes from a higher understanding, a higher a purpose. It comes from a higher understanding, recognition, a higher understanding, recognition, and adaptability to being. It is more of a viewpoint or a perspective you behold in your mind, a very simplified perspective, which is designed to provide fulfillment in the constant. The constant, obviously, to derive fulfillment in the constant needs to, one, be derived from the present, being able to manipulate the present or control the present to your will, to your perspective, so that you view it cherishingly and accommodatingly. You view it how you, in a sense, that brings fulfillment to you. So it needs to be constant, present. And two, essentially the presence is peaceful, so you don't even need to. It needs to be simple. Present. And two, it needs to be simple. So say we have a grand purpose for ourselves. It wigs us out, it scares us. We strive for it anyway. We don't achieve stuff, it scares us all over the shop. Maybe attempt to set it needs to be simple. So say we have a grand purpose for ourselves. It wigs us out, it scares us. We strive for it anyway. We don't achieve stuff, it scares us all over the shop. Maybe attempt to set a purpose higher than your purpose, but it's an extremely simple purpose. Mine currently is just be life seeing life. Simple. So say we have a grand purpose for ourselves. It wigs us out, it scares us. We strive for it anyway. We don't achieve stuff, it scares us all over the shop. Maybe set... Yes. So say we have a grand purpose. Simple. Attempt to set a purpose higher than your purpose, but it's an extremely simple purpose. Mine currently is just be life seeing life. We've said that before. Just see it as it is before you. It needs to be simplistic to the point where whatever you are doing in any moment that you are in, you are fulfilled because you are pursuing the task which you are destined to pursue, which you are designed to pursue. And I know this is designed to pursue. And I know this is a bit wiggy in a sense, because if we're so used to deriving our sense of self off the purpose we strive for and the things we achieve, then this is essentially saying let go of that, because there is something beyond that purpose, and that place of mind beyond that purpose will give you the peace and the clarity in every moment of every day, and it will further increase your chances of actually fulfilling that lively purpose, or that lower, I wouldn't say lower purpose, but that like material purpose which you wish to achieve in life. So start up here, start with mind. It's in, I know perspective can be switched so many different ways. It's in a belief or a simplistic view of the fundamentals of life, and seeing it and being with it before you, and deriving a fulfillment or a happiness from that, rather than from a grand prosperous goal which is going to freak us out and is going to go up and down. There's going to be all sorts of different changes with it that are... Get rid of the you stopped explaining, sorry. At this point we're just listening, because like we're hitting it on the head to a certain degree. Go up and down, there's going to be all sorts of different changes with it that are also going to bring our emotions up and down, our thoughts up and down, all of that. Technically no point in life should be derived from the constant change that happens in life. Well, technically moments can be derived from that. It's just it shouldn't be constant. I always, when we say that sort of stuff, like change shouldn't change us, I mean that in the sense of small change. And technically big change, but only if you've truly mastered your mind. I can't say you can lose a loved one and not be changed. I can't say I can do that. But I can say anyone can really do that, you know? Maybe there's someone, but there is people that can lose a loved one, feel deeply, and this has been explained to me. Feel deeply, and it's been experienced in, like, say, breakup as well. It changes you, you suffer, and we talked about obtaining happiness. It's not about overcoming the suffering or the pain you feel, it's about coming into acceptance of it And then when you come into acceptance of the pain you feel, that is when we are able to place it before us and not fall into it further. And slowly we work through it, and there's an underlying peace to the feelings, even the hard ones. And that comes from recognizing reality, recognizing the present, recognizing what life actually is. It all comes from just seeing the world before you from fresh eyes, you know. In life should be derived from the constant change that happens in life. A lot of our points are derived from that, because that's what we're used to and that's what we do. But to live in complete fulfillment, we have to understand change. It's like a river, and we are just a part of that river, flowing water. See, I was gonna say we are meant to flow like that, like the river, but it's not that. We're not flowing with the river, we are the river. If that makes sense. It's not like life is a river and we get to jump in and our goal is to float on top and float down the stream. No, we're just part of that water. We're just flowing with the water, you know. We are water. That's what I say, we are water. Flow like water, my friend. Because we are the water. We are life flowing. We are the impermanence flowing. We are the change flowing. That is all us as well. So technically, life flow and we flow with it. We talk about that in impermanence. And technically, we all flow as one, as we all are one. Everything flows in one big motion, because everything is connected to the same source of creation. And nature moves the same. River. And we just gotta flow with it, rather than attach ourselves to things and try and push it in certain. Maybe we'll talk about the river, the flowing river, in future topics. About actually being the water. The things and try and push it in certain. You can push it in certain directions. All I'm saying, flow with the river. Flow with it, rather than attach ourselves to things and try and push it in certain. You can push it in certain directions. All I'm saying, flow with the river. Not even flow with the river. All I'm saying, find a place of mind or a simplified belief. But to live in complete fulfillment, we have to understand change. It's like a river, and we are just a river, flowing water with the river, and we've got to flow with it, rather than water with the river. And we are just of that river. Hello. My file suddenly corrupting or something. Points are derived from that, because that's what we're used to and that's what we do. But to live in complete fulfillment, we have to understand change. It's like a river, and we are just a part of that river, flowing water with the river. How do we how does it with the first time? I'd even flow with the river. Yeah, I need a bathroom. Just a part of that river, flowing water with the river. All I'm saying, find a place of mind or a simplified belief that will always accommodate a fulfilling view of the world in the constant moment you are in. Flow with the water, with fulfillment, and then from there, from that peace of mind, that is where you should strive to achieve these other purposes. You should not derive your sense of self, derive your fulfillment in the world, derive your happiness, derive everything from this purpose, which is of materialistic value, if that makes sense. Bro, what the fuck is going on? Why is it baiting me to her? Dude, I swear this file is getting like corrupted. I don't trust it. We got too much PTSD when it comes to files corrupting and just messing up. To find fulfillment in the moment, or of future value, obtainable value. Because, yeah, maybe it's something in the world, maybe it's a person you wish to be, and you're striving to achieve that. Well, let's go back a bit. I actually lost where we were up to. I'm gonna get bathroom and we'll be back. One sec. Okay. Yeah, we're back. But it's only 9:40. Happy days. Let's keep working. From the constant change that happens in life. Let's just get from here and down all of that. Technically, no point in life should be derived from the constant change that happens in life. A lot of our points are derived from that, because that's what we're used to and that's what we do. But to live in complete fulfillment, we have to understand change. It's like a river, and we are just a part of that river, flowing water with the river. All I'm saying, find a place of mind or a simplified belief that will always accommodate a fulfilling view of the world in the constant moment you are in. Flow with the water, with fulfillment, and then from there, from that peace of mind, that is where you should strive to achieve these other purposes. You should not derive your sense of self, derive your fulfillment in the world, derive your happiness, derive everything from this purpose, which is of materialistic value, if that makes sense, or of future value, obtainable value. Because maybe it's something in the world, maybe it's a person you wish to be, and you're striving to achieve that. Well, to find we're thinking about starting purpose today, the video, but I think we're stemming away from that. We're going to save that for tomorrow. And today more so, we're going to stem into just doing some shorts after this video is created. Make some shorts for Insta, because we haven't posted in a while. Reflect on old videos, well, not very old, like a week old, just more meditations, which we haven't even fully reviewed ourselves yet, so yeah, we're just going to do that. And we'll start purpose fresh tomorrow. The video recording's been done. Just about putting it together. Which I think those streams you will get a lot out of, all honesty. I feel like the streams these days have more information than any of the videos. The videos are kind of segmented down. But I reckon while pursuing the purpose one, we're certainly going to reflect on what purpose is, make a video out of it, and talk about it in the stream. Which purpose is meaningful for most people. Well, to find fulfillment in the moment, and to be fulfilled constantly in the moment, is going to allow you to achieve a lot more. And that's because, maybe it's something in the world, maybe it's a person you wish to be, and you're striving to achieve that. Well, to find fulfillment in the moment, and to be fulfilled constantly in the moment, is going to allow you to achieve a lot more. And that's going to come from a higher place of mind, a higher viewpoint, than attaching yourself to materialistic purposes, aims, and depictions to present your sense of self-worth. Frame of mind. So it's saying you can navigate from a higher place of mind. I don't know if high is the right word, but you can navigate from mind rather than materialistic value. If you can navigate properly from mind, then you're going to have a more fulfilling life than even the people that are most prosperous in materialistic value. Crazy stuff. That's how powerful mind is. Mind determines life. To a certain degree. So it's like understanding. It's like presence kind of determines life. Because no mind also determines life. But you need mind to formulate no mind. You need to think to be able to formulate the art of non-thinking. It's crazy. Then pursue life itself. But know how to see life, know how to be in life. No, it's all very confusing. Mind, then pursue life itself. But aims and depictions to present your sense of self-worth. Frame of mind, then pursue life itself. But know how to see life, know how to be in life. Now it's all very confusing. I wish I could honestly say how I said it at meditation, because that was spot on, like how I narrated it to myself. But we'll keep updating you on this, because it is kind of a flip. And this frame of mind has been accommodating for like 2 weeks now, and we have not had really a down moment thus far, which is strange. You still have tiredness, you still have all sorts of things, but it's just like today. And yes, the ponder and everything, the business and everything, but it's just like, and yes, the ponder and everything, the business and everything, it's different. It kind of lessens. It lessens in your mind the purpose you set yourself, and that kind of is depreciating, because if you derived a part of yourself from the big ambitions you wish to achieve, then to say those ambitions don't really mean much, do they? If you can't find your fulfillment in them. I mean, we're finding fulfillment in it, but if you can't find constant fulfillment, if you're still struggling and experiencing the ups and downs, then then attaching yourself to that purpose, attaching your emotions and thoughts and feelings to that purpose does not work. It comes from a higher place. It comes from a higher awareness, a higher state of mind, a higher perspective, which is very simple. See, we regard it as higher, but it's not even. We regard it as higher in regards to a more pristine way of seeing things, of seeing the reality of things, which who determines that? I don't know. I guess wisdom kind of determines it, in a sense, because we have the wisest of people tend to navigate from a place of seeing the world before them, and a place of presence, and share a lot of the same ideas. So that's where we kind of say the higher perspective, because anyone can be born into the world and they can navigate from a place of ego and pursue the world just as everyone pursues the world. We say a higher place because it takes time to realize the perspective. It takes a shift in consciousness to be aware of the actual reality of what promotes fulfillment and what doesn't. It comes from a higher place. It comes from a higher awareness, a higher state of mind, a higher perspective, which is very simple. It's beyond, but it's simple. Beyond but simple. That pretty much sums it up. We always say we're the ones that complex life. We do it ourselves. So stop complicating it for yourself, and life becomes very simple and it becomes very fun. That's the fundamentals to it. And when we learn to... That's why Buddhists, they figured out suffering. They figured out suffering before they figured out well-being, because you have to uncover what causes us pain, what causes us to suffer, before you can uncover the right way to pursue life, the noble path. Live life simply and see it before us, and that is our divine purpose. Like, if we make that our purpose beyond achieving all these goals, then it becomes very peaceful. It doesn't stop us wanting to achieve goals. Yes, it lessens the identity it promotes within ourselves, but we still want to achieve them, but we are lessening ourselves to, hey, we are finding happiness in every moment before us. So yeah, anyway, that's it, day 72. Continue to update you, really trying to get on the right track going forward, so bear with us and everything will come to fluorescence. and be happy constantly because it's fun. Yeah, be happy constantly because it's fun. That's the only purpose. Everything will come to fluorescence and be happy constantly because it's fun. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So this looks like Friday. Why? Because we look cooked as. We look woodline about to pass out. But that's okay, because mine was glowing. And like we said, we've been very peaceful, which means even if we're tired or in a less awake state, then we're still just flowing. It would be almost the third weekend we're going into with this new state of awareness, and it's been very stable. Mine's been very stable. Even probably 2 days ago we had a lot of thoughts racing, trying to navigate new things, but it was from a stable place. It had potential to be overwhelming, but it wasn't. It's just navigated slowly and from a place of life, you know. There's no purpose to it except to live it, except to experience it. That's the main purpose. Because you don't get to experience it for long, so you may as well. Okay, so yeah.
Hello, Connie here for day 70.
Day 70. That would have been Friday, hey? Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 31st. Why are you not? Is that bold? Day 70. What was this day about again?
And salt, pepper for the people closest to us throughout our lives. It's like an innate nature. Do it as well. We're just a part of nature.
We do nature. Hello, it's Connor here for day 71 of meditation. We're journaling about, I guess, this perspective shift which we've talked about. Activity we got done in a day. Jesus fucking Christ, cunt. I'm so sick of Pippa going off. It's insane. Shut up, dog. I feel bad for this postman going past every day just to be barked at constantly.
All sorts of stuff. Essentially, we're allowing our feelings to be determined by a depiction which isn't your current reality. Which helps. The guilt and everything.
Should be more patient, shouldn't we? More patient with Pippa.
Perceived doings, in a sense. So we change to this perspective of one, awareness. Essentially that we are a part of the whole of everything, and that we're just part of that whole that gets to experience being and seeing the rest of the whole before us.
We're the whole. We're the whole. 11. Fourth. 4, 2, 25.
A lot. But yeah, when
Taste of New Wonders. Oh, it says it. Oh, wait. Taste of New Wonders are monstrous. Beyond Purpose. 72. Beyond Purpose. Right, we'll start exporting that. Do we need anything else? Should have all the information there. Oh, I want to do the next episode of Path of Exiles Hardcore on a retard. That would be amazing. But a retard's kind of hard. I was trying to figure it out yesterday. I've been figuring it out for a little bit. It's not that difficult. We figure it's very simplistic now. It's very just streaming a game, stopping the stream, video uploads, part 1 of the game, if that makes sense, and part 2, and it just goes through as much as we play it. Though it is strange, because when we usually stream a retard is usually during the last couple hours of the day when we're relaxing. So it's different to be in a Discord with the boys and then be streaming and having people chat on the stream. So we're navigating that, figuring out Yeah, how we're gonna go about that. Getting ideas, essentially. Or getting used to things, essentially. Because, yeah, you're not used to having your downtime and having additional people joining and chatting away, so. But while you're in Discord as well, while you're speaking to people, so it's harder to respond. That's why streams without anyone in calls is so much easier. Because you can just speak with the chat. Or you can just ramble, and it doesn't really matter. Just say whatever. But it's harder to divide attention between Discord chats, the task at hand, and stream chats. You can pull it off for sure, but yeah. It's not as simple as solo streams. Not as straightforward, I guess. It's jumping between a lot of stuff. That's why we're keen for a Thrust Archer stream, because we can do Thrust Archer solo. Like on the weekends we'll probably be solo sometimes. That's probably when Retard streams will come out every now and then. We got a spare couple hours to like play Pathy or something, just make a video. But as long as Ponder is functioning on the day-to-day, that is the main focus. We might even incorporate, or we want to begin to incorporate Ponder on the weekends as well. So yeah, just more YouTube essentially. More learning and stuff. More sitting at the computer and staring at screens all day. Yes, so much fun. Whew. Yeah, the computer's essentially our missus this day and age. This looks wiggy. Creations. Okay, 2 minutes on this. Next task to make. So it's 10 o'clock. Nice, wonderful news. We've got about 2 hours. So we got to make a thumbnail for meditations. Then we got to make shorts for Ponder knowledge based on previous meditations. We're not going to make shorts on societal split because we don't honestly care too much about that at this current stage. So meditation shorts. And then we'll probably end the stream. We might do a little stream on a retard, even though we're not meant to do that during the day. We might just do it because who tells us what we can and can't do, okay? And yeah, plus we don't really want to start Purpose today, which is our next video. We also have to write about life and love, so there is a lot to do on Ponder, but let's be patient with it. Okay. So we got nature, which needs to be green because nature's green. We got the hole, which needs to be black like the void. Oh shit. So green, black, and purpose. Beyond purpose. Sure. What colors, but yeah. I don't know, the whole reminds me of darkness. Purpose reminds me of white. Like pure. Or seeing the darkness reminds me of purity. Seeing the emptiness of the world is the purity of it. Yep, we're using these colors. And then we get the video. Oh shit. I don't even know what that means. Okay, let's try this again. File. Export. Media. Holy. So if it doesn't give us too much trouble. I do not feel like trying to fix another technology issue for another couple of hours. I think we've already spent 4 to 5 hours this week dealing with technology issues, probably longer honestly. I think Saturday alone on the weekend we spent like 4 hours fiddling with technology trying to get it to work, so and most days this week we've had something mess up a little bit. Even last week we had corrupted files and stuff. Gee whiz. We need better something. We need a better setup. Is everything okay? Oof. What the fuck is going on, Cat? Inconsistencies, Yuki. For day 72. Bro, I'm gonna go insane, I think. Every day this happens. Every fucking day, cunt. Yes, inconsistencies. We are corrupted file. What are the bets that where we saw that glitch is the whole fucking thing that corrupted everything? Bro. Bro. Let's see if the actual video is still there. Is it happening for the second time? Holy fuck. You wanna see what happens when files corrupt? This is what happens. You make a video, and then the video deletes itself. And then you can't export the video
and you can't get the video back. So then it's just gone. Fortunately, we watched the entire fucking video on stream, so now we just have to download the stream and attach it to the fucking thing. But holy fuck, does it my head in, it's insane. Sorry for the French. Hello. So this file randomly decides today, hey, I don't feel like working anymore. Let's disappear. Yeah, I need to send feedback to these cunts. Fix your fucking shit. Files keep fucking corrupting. Fix this shit fucking ASAP. There we are. Problem. Okay, so it seems as though we cannot finish the video now. Strange.
Hello.
So it just confuses me every day. It just confuses me every day that something has to go wrong. I'm sorry to complain, but it is a bit much when every day something is going wrong. Something is corrupting, something is fucking up, something doesn't work. And it's always to do with the computer. It's always the same fucking shit. It's insane. How do we just make a video out of this video and then it decides how I'm gonna go walkabout? I told you, that's why I was a bit nervous about that glitch that happened earlier. Because as soon as that glitch happens, the fucking whole file corrupts. I swear, every time. And it ends up corrupting the whole video. Then everything disappears. We'll look at it later. Come back to it. For now, we'll look at previous meditation videos and look for shorts within them. What were we actually up to given meditations?
Okay. Jeez, we've done 3 meditations in a row. Okay. So after day 59, be kind. Let's check out what we can do next. Just be. The cup isn't upside down. Meditation. And, well, today we started reading a book on social anxiety. We're going to read the introduction. Snippets out of a day to put on the Insta, to make a little snippet and put on the Insta. That's the goal of it. I want to see this file is probably going. Input a data in the file structure. Yeah, I really don't understand. Worst case scenario, I literally got to go through the stream and cut out every segment in the stream that we're just playing the video. So that's a CPT based approach. Dude, I don't know why I even bought this computer at this point. I swear this computer's worse than my old one. Spent 3k on it, on a modern computer. But everything stuffs up. Everything's wrong with it. Fix yourself. I think we gotta stop recording on this camera as well. This camera, something is munted about it. I don't know. Every second recording down the drain. Western approach. But today, I guess I'm going to give you the rundown of a spiritual approach to overcoming anxiety, which I call the Just Be method, which we meditated a little bit on to like reformulate in the brain. So yeah, so Just Be, you're dealing with anxiety, social anxiety, any of that, and this is one of many perspectives, and there's a lot more to everything as well. But yeah, if you're dealing with social anxiety, the Just Be approach talks about internal and external labels. So essentially, external labels are if we are speaking to another or speaking to a group of people, then external labels is we are, instead of looking outside, obviously we see and talk and everything, we're kind of looking towards ourselves. So instead of perceiving the outside world, we are navigating from an external perspective where we're more confining ourselves to how the outside world sees us. Which means, you know, if we say something wrong or you make a mistake in a sentence or perceive ourselves, I mean, that's more internal. Yeah, if we look from the outside in, if I'm speaking to someone and I'm too busy thinking about how they see me, then we're attaching labels to ourselves about how they may see us. If we perceive that they see us as awkward, per se, then we attach that label to ourselves and we play on that perception that they see us as that. It's attaching labels to yourself, and we do this a lot. We can attach a lot of labels to ourselves. Let me try something. Is it called iCloud? What's it called? What's that thing that runs everything? Cloud? OneDrive. Holy. I don't know how everything fits on there, that's insane. No, it's really just fucked. File's just fucked. Thanks. Maybe it's one of these ones. But a lot of them could just be deleted. That's a lot of recordings. Yeah, these are just 3 minutes. So it would have been restarting. Fourth, fifth. This would have been yesterday, and it's a picture.
Yeah, so maybe it's just gone. Maybe it's just gone. We're going to, we'll have to just assess that later, honestly.
And then we have the internal perspective, which is essentially the labels we
Kind of sucks because we really
create internally for
fuck
ourselves.
it. Oh yeah, we're fine.
So if we say,
Let's keep
yeah,
going.
I've got high
It's
anxiety,
getting dark out
we
there.
attach that label to ourselves, we build upon it, and then going into conversations with others, naturally we already have this preconceived idea that we have high anxiety, so we're not going to navigate the situation as clearly as, we're not going to navigate it from our pure self. So just be essentially says, instead of, and yeah, that all comes from labels, and the thing about labels is it's not really who we are. If we get attached a gazillion labels to ourselves, label, inside and out, we attempt to conform to these labels, or we don't even attempt to conform to them, we naturally conform to them because it's how we're depicting ourselves from others' point of view and our own point of view. So, but the thing about the labels is we're unique individuals. We have across the board like infinite amount of personality traits, perspectives, thoughts. Being we're very unique. That we're attaching labels to ourselves.
I'm getting distracted. Is it okay to masturbate? Can sex bring fulfillment? How marijuana brings spiritual growth? They seem
We're just confining ourselves to someone who we are not, and we're not going to be as genuine in our conversations because our true self is here, and the labels we place are here in front, and we attach all these labels, and then we project that, and we project this into the interactions we're having. It's kind of like masking, it's kind of like putting up a mask, but it's a projection of a false self, which we have attached labels to, rather than the true self, which truly doesn't have any labels. And that's where just be comes in, because just be is just be in the moment, like be as it is, and just be just as you are. To elaborate on this, instead of looking inwards on oneself so much, try and look outwards, out into the world. Don't be attaching things to yourself, but truly taking the environment and the people that you're with by seeing them, by seeing them before you. So it's kind of like not encompassing oneself, no thoughts on oneself, but thoughts on others, and seeing people for where they stand before you, instead of too busy in here and listening to them properly, like fully listening, not playing with the mental, and pretty much just taking in the environment. Just be with the environment without continual thought towards oneself. Put continual thought towards the external and the people in it. Place your emphasis on the other person, and just talk to them, instead of placing so much emphasis on needing to be something, or needing to do something, or this depiction of what you have to be. So moral of the story is, and we can definitely elaborate on this more. I think there's a blog and a video on it in the past. And if you want clarification, just message or comment or whatever. But essentially, stop looking inwards towards oneself. Stop attaching labels towards oneself based on other perceptions and your own, and instead switch from here to here and look out into the world and navigate the world by just being in it and just seeing it before you and navigating from an outwards approach, looking outwards rather than looking inwards. Just be yourself. Don't conform to the labels, because you're not those labels. You are a lot more than those labels. And when you can dissolve these labels, then you allow this self to come and become the genuine self, the authentic self, which navigates the environment and is with the environment as well. So yeah, we can definitely elaborate more, but that's what we'll keep with today. I'll update you on that book, the CBT approach and everything.
Okay, I think we're gonna use this day. We're gonna grab snippets out of it, see how it treats us. I'm just hoping that file isn't fully corrupted, in all honesty. I'm thinking about ways around it. And prior recordings, we've always just recorded again and done it. I was like, bro, that was like the fucking summary of everything we've been learning about. And it just corrupts. Why? 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 Day 60? Day 60. Just be. Let's see if we can open day 72 with something else. I don't think we will be able to, but we're going to attempt to. Just see how messed up it really is. Doesn't work. And there's VLC. Someone can explain it to me, please explain. Please explain how it goes walkabout in a heartbeat like that. I feel like I need to restart my PC, but that's gonna end the stream, so we won't do that. And I don't even think if we restart the PC, I don't know if we'll fix it, all honesty. I think instead of doing the retard stream now, instead we're probably gonna have to end this stream once it's finished. Download this stream, edit fucking out of this stream into the video day 72, and then let's just hope the file's not corrupted. That's the main thing. Let's just fucking hope the file's not corrupted, because that would be really, really pleasant for a change. That not everything's fucked. It'd be really pleasant. And yes, we are still peaceful. We're just frustrated, okay? Let us be frustrated. Because it's not the first time this has happened. This has happened about 3 times in the past week. So, like I said, I've already spent more than 5 hours this week fucking with technology, like trying to fix stuff that should just work. That now it's at the point where it's like, bro, like, what is going on? And all that noise is rain. Day 60. It's day 60 yet. How are we so lost? 59 to 61. Essentially says instead of, and yeah, that all comes from labels. We have across the board like infinite amount of personality traits, perspectives, thoughts, being, you know, we're very unique, that if we're attaching labels to ourselves, we're just confining ourselves to someone who we are not, and we're not going to be as genuine in our conversations, because our true self is here.
because I want to see what we can do. Our true self is here, and the labels we place are here in front, and we attach all these labels and then we project that, and we project this into the interactions we are having. It's kind of like masking, it's kind of like putting up a mask, but it's a projection of a false self which we have attached labels to, rather than the true self which truly doesn't have any labels. And that's where just be comes in, because just be is just be in the moment, like be as it is, and just be just as you are. To elaborate on this, instead of looking inwards on oneself so much, try and look outwards, out into the world. Don't be attaching things to yourself, but truly take in the environment and the people that you're with by seeing them, by seeing them before you. So it's kind of like not encompassing oneself, no thoughts on oneself, but thoughts on others. And seeing people for where they stand before you, instead of too busy in here. And listening to them properly, like fully listening, not playing with the mental. And pretty much just taking in the environment, just be with the environment, without continual thought towards oneself. Put continual thought towards the external and the people in it. Place your emphasis on the other person, and just talk to them instead of placing so much emphasis on
What's it called? What's the system called? Media. Hello. Hello. How do we actually do that? Playback Ninja.
On needing to be something or needing to do something. Or, this depiction of what you have to be. So moral of the story is, and we can definitely elaborate on this more, I think there's a blog and a video on it in the past, and if you want clarification, just message or comment or whatever, but essentially, stop looking inwards.
Try here, see what we did over this.
Stop looking inwards towards oneself. Stop attaching labels towards oneself based on other perceptions and your own. And instead, switch from here to here and look out into the world and navigate the world by just being in it and just seeing it before you and navigating from an outwards approach, looking outwards rather than looking inwards. Just be yourself. Don't conform to the labels, because our true self is here, and the labels we place are here in front, and we attach all these labels, and then we project that, and we project this into the interactions we are having. It's kind of like masking, it's kind of like putting up a mask, but it's a projection of a false self which we have attached labels to, rather than the true self which truly doesn't have any labels. Stop looking inwards towards oneself. Stop attaching labels towards oneself based on other perceptions and your own, and instead switch from here to here and look out into the world and navigate the world by just being in it. And just seeing it before you and navigating from an outwards approach, looking outwards rather than looking inwards. Just be yourself. Don't conform to the labels, because you're not those labels. You are a lot more than those labels, and when you can dissolve these labels, then you allow this self to come. You can dissolve these labels, are a lot more than those labels, and navigate the world by just being in it. When you can dissolve these labels, then you allow this self to come and become the genuine self, the authentic self which navigates the environment and is with the environment as well. So yeah, can definitely elaborate more, but by just being in it. When you can, our true self is here, and the labels we place are here in front, and we attach all these labels, and then we project that, and we project this into the interactions we are having. It's kind of like masking, it's kind of like putting up a mask, but it's a projection of a false self which we have attached labels to, rather than the true self which truly doesn't have any labels.
No.
Stop looking inwards towards oneself. Stop attaching labels towards oneself based on other. It's kind of like putting up a mask, but it's a projection of
a false self, which we have attached labels to, rather than the true self, which truly doesn't have any labels. Stop looking inwards towards oneself. Stop attaching labels towards oneself based on other perceptions and your own, and instead switch from here to here and look out into the world and navigate the world by just being in it. When you can dissolve these labels, then you allow this self to come and become the genuine self, the authentic self which navigates the environment and is with the environment as well. So yeah, this can definitely be which navigates the environment and is with the environment as well.
Is that good? 106. Just be. Just be.
Is with the environment as well.
We'll have to write a new blog soon. We've got too many videos going up on the Instagram page. Give us a band. That's the just be method. It's been taught multiple times. We'll probably skip psychological approach. Holy, we're so behind. We got some catch up. Got some catching up to do. Because when these days can probably be left. This was. It's probably a good week. It's more recognizing meditation again. Expectations is when we started to recognize that we were dwelling on expectations and trying to understand them. It's when we first tried to grasp what we're talking about today. In today's video, which is crazy because you get to see the progress of where you started and the topic you've come up with over the next few days. So we're still learning about it. We learn about entropy as well. Then this is where we learnt awareness, and then we learnt life seeing life is when we first saw the concept for what it was, and this week was essentially expanding upon that concept. So that's kind of how it works. Get to see the process of thought and how it elaborates and constructs itself over time, which is very interesting. We'll probably upload this one. Then we might restart the computer and see if we can fix the other one. But we'll probably won't stream on once this stream ends. We'll see if we can fix the other video. If not, we'll be quite upset. But we'll do what we can to fix it all. We won't be that upset. We'll be frustrated, but we'll find a way around it. And yeah, if we jump back on stream today, we might just do a retard stream. Or if we jump on again this morning, we'll do a retard stream. Just play some Frost Archer to relax a little bit, given everything should hopefully be done for Ponder. And we'll have fresh beginnings tomorrow. And what were we saying? Oh yeah, we've got fresh projects beginning tomorrow, so we don't really want to start them today. Especially if we've only got an hour left and we've got to investigate this hour to figure out what this problem is. So if we figure out the problem early, we'll just have a nice little Frost Archer stream on Hardcore on a retard channel, which will be good. And then we'll probably stream again tonight as well, depending on if we're doing anything or if we're home or... Yeah, yes. Anyway, let's keep this going. I really need to go bathroom again, so... There we are. Let's hope this file corrupts while we export it, due to it being the best time for it to corrupt. 260 just be. Whoa. What small suffering was gonna say hard? Well, because it's the first video back in ages. Our true self is here, and the labels we place are here in front. And we attach all these labels and then we project that, and we project this into the interactions we are having. It's kind of like masking, it's kind of like putting up a mask, but it's a projection of a false self which we have attached labels to, rather than the true self which truly doesn't have any labels. Stop looking inwards towards oneself stop attaching labels towards oneself based on other perceptions and your own, and instead switch from here to here and look out into the world and navigate the world by just being in it. When you can dissolve these labels, then you allow this self to come and become the genuine self, the authentic self which navigates the environment and is with the environment as well.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Just be. Labels placed. Seen. Any emphasis on the self, allowing them to be just as they are. Just as they are. Just as they are. In. Emphasis on the self, allowing them to be just as they are in the moment they're in, viewing the outside world. Where it stands before us, and where we stand before it. Done.
I don't have presents.
Our true self is here, and the labels we place are here in front, and we attach all these labels, and then we project that, and we project this into the interactions we're having. It's kind of like masking, it's kind of like putting up a mask, but it's a projection of a false self which we have attached labels to, rather than the true self, which truly doesn't have any labels. Stop looking inwards towards oneself. Stop attaching labels towards oneself based on other perceptions and your own, and instead switch from here to here and look out into the world and navigate the world by just being in it. When you can dissolve these labels, then you allow this self to come and become the genuine self, the authentic self which navigates the environment and is with the environment.
It's kind of a hard topic which can use a lot more explanation, and it's got a lot more depth to it, which a lot of, I guess, meditative topics or perspective topics do. Is there's only a certain degree that you can say. You can explain it further, but it takes visualizing it for oneself to understand it. Essentially just we place labels on ourselves from external and internal perspectives. External being how we think other people think of us, internal how we view ourselves, and we attach those labels to us, and we pursue those labels unconsciously. We just naturally conform to them. If we used awkward as an example, if we perceive ourselves as awkward, or we think others view us as awkward, then we are more likely to be awkward, or to act awkward in the face of whoever we are speaking to, which we perceive places that perception on us. Or if we're placing that perception on ourselves, then naturally in interactions will be more awkward, because we are already playing on the idea that that is who we are, and that is not who you are. It's just an image of yourself that you're playing on. That's why when we strip these labels and we navigate from seeing the world before us, instead of being so confined to how the world sees us or how we're depicted by the world, then we can actually navigate from a place of presence and a place of seeing what's before us and flowing with what's before us, rather than being so confined in mind in the absorption of oneself, if that makes sense. I'll get back to you. 1 second. let's check this file out again and see if it's still acting up. Properties. Holy. Maybe it's because we're still uploading this, or maybe it's because the file's all over the shop. So is this meant to have stuff? Check another file. Thanks. Now it should look very colourful.
Is here, and the labels we place are here in front.
It's very loud. Nice. That doesn't have anything either. So essentially, just quit everything. Quit everything. Okay, well, I'm gonna restart the computer, I think. There's nothing more to be done, really, so... Essentially, I'm gonna restart the computer, see if it works or not. Yeah, technically we still have another hour on stream, but we might replace it with a retard stream if we figure out the problem. If not, we're just gonna have to spend the next hour fixing the problem. Probably off stream, so we don't get 2 streams going. And so, yeah, you guys don't just watch me playing with problems, essentially. So yeah, quicker stream than usual. A lot of information in that stream, given the realizations recently. So, it's pretty good, pretty good. Anyway, thank you for joining once again. Honestly, I wish we could keep going for a little bit, make this thumbnail and stuff. But we'll get that video out to you when it's all repaired. Whether that's today or tomorrow, latest tomorrow, that video will be out, and yeah, all that information is wonderful. So we'll also have to look into what keeps causing these corruptions. We're not 100% sure what it is. Maybe it's the software. Maybe we need to start recording using our actual streaming software. That might be smarter. And that is an option. Anyway, we're gonna leave it there for now. Take care, and we'll see you for tomorrow. See you Friday. Yes, Friday. Hopefully it's a longer stream. Hopefully we don't have to go anywhere, so it's a long stream.